is the Dana Loesch Show. We talk about stuff.
The general consensus is that we're all screwed. Now the president is apparently planning to leverage the United Nations. The United Nations, they're the only allowed squatters up on prime real estate in New York City, to force a Palestinian agreement with or without Netanyahu's approval.
It is a threat. It is hostile. And substantively, I think it's very hard to argue with Prime Minister Netanyahu's position. He said, you know, the problem with the Middle East today is if you have a vacuum of power, it gets filled with Islamists who are violent.
And that's the bottom line. Kind of a hazard of shooting a cop in the face and shooting another cop in the shoulder is you could get a bruised arm.
Look, the law-abiding citizens of Missouri, of the greater St. Louis region, of Ferguson, the good business owners and the good people in Ferguson, who are bringing a business renaissance to those neighborhoods, as you know, firsthand, before the 9th of August, we and they have had enough.
They had to find something to satisfy the base and to satisfy the people that Eric Holder and President Obama and the race hustlers had riled up. So they found these, these pullover statistics about African Americans in a predominantly African American area. Well, thanks for doing that, keeping the ball rolling on the narrative.
Exactly.
You start conjuring up this sacred civil rights history from 52 years ago to advance a modern political narrative. You're really reaching the bottom of the gutter, and that's exactly what Dick Durbin did.
It's a disgusting example of government thinking that it knows best for you when they deny a woman the right to protect herself. And rape survivor Jacqueline had enough of their meddling.
The Constitution of the United States is supposed to give us that Second Amendment right, irregardless of what state we call home. Well, I call Maryland home, and I think it's time that Maryland gives me the right to protect myself.
We have seen open carry in 44 states without any kind of problem whatsoever. And just like it hasn't been a problem in those 44 states, it's not going to be a problem in the state of Texas either.
Liberty cities spring up in Texas. That's the headline from the Panama Post just a few days ago. So what are Liberty cities?
We decided to go start our own city. None of us, had any political background or experience. And frankly, we just kind of set up a city the way we thought things should be run.
People have that hunger inside to know, is there more, especially, there's so much pain in this world. There's so much pain in America.
Right.
And people want to know, is there more to life than just right where I'm sitting?
Right.
And there is.
If there's one place you don't want anything other than the product you ordered, it is at a coffee house at 6 a.m. when you're just trying to get some coffee and you're still waking up. The last thing that you want to hear is anything other than the price tags.
Okay,
right?
$4 and white people make no sense.
Wait, what?
$4.27, ma'am.
Look, dude, are you trying to say something?
Can you believe this lady? White man demands answers, so friggin' entitled.
Ashley Judd, she's like the dumber Judd. She's the Judd nobody likes. All right, anyway, she's suing the internet. Brought to you by Butthurt Cream.
They're going to make it impossible to FOIA them, and the administration saying, well, there was a court decision here in the District of Columbia that says we're not subject to FOIA, this Office of Administration.
Every 4 years, the Iowa establishment GOP puffs out its chest and gets all excited to see Republican presidential candidates compete to promise the most federal subsidies possible to get their vote. It's a disgusting display of rent-seeking.
We've gotten an insight into how they think. When Romney was running, one of his advisors was quoted as saying, it's like you Etch-a-Sketch. Say whatever you have to say to get elected, and then, start over.
Right. How did you come from being an observer on this and being outraged to it? Now you're directing this project. You're directing this film.
They met with me and they met with the other people, and like what happens most of the time in Hollywood, they like me the best. So
right. Don't go anywhere. I tried to wink and it didn't work. I just went, keep it here. Yeah, that one worked.
Stay strong.
If you like what you saw, you can catch more at TheBlaze.com/TV.